This week on the J-Turn, we're coming to you from the coolest garage on the planet. If you're truly an automotive enthusiast, then you have probably heard of this place. Leslie, thank you for having us today.
What a pleasure.
Likewise. Tell me a little bit about the Petersen Museum. How did it begin?
Well, the Petersen Museum was the brainchild of Margie and Robert E. Petersen. Mr. Petersen founded Hot Rod Magazine and Motor Trend Magazine and a couple of dozen other enthusiast magazines. And he wanted there to be a special place in Los Angeles where we could celebrate our car culture. And as it happens, a car culture that he helped to create.
And how many cars do you have in your collection?
We have over 400 cars in the collection.
What I'm really excited to see is the vault. Will you take me there?
I'd love to. Let's go.
All right. So we're finally here in the vault. I'm really excited to be here. Tell me a little bit about this collection.
Well, the collection was acquired by Margie and Robert E. Petersen during their lifetime and by people who have donated cars to the Petersen Automotive Museum Foundation. And since we only have room for about 150 upstairs, we keep a good couple of hundred down here in reserve for future exhibits and to take to car shows throughout the country. It's a living, breathing workspace, so it's very unusual for the vault to look exactly the same 2 days in a row.
All right, I want to see some of your favorite cars.
I'd love to show them to you. Well, one of my favorites in the collection has to be this 1939 Bugatti Type 57C. Straight 8, twin cam, supercharged. But that's not where it ends. This car was actually a gift from the French government to the Shah of Iran in 1939 when he got married. But it's so beautiful, it's so exquisite, it's really a piece of rolling sculpture. I mean, you can't help but notice the concealed wheels, the spats over the front and the rear, these really clever air vents on the side that open to let the flow of air in come to the passenger compartment. You have hidden door handles that open in a very unique way. And once you're inside, you have a hand crank underneath the dashboard that you can raise or lower the windshield. Wow. It's really a very practical car. It's a lovely car. It's built during the height of the Art Deco era and has to be one of the most exciting combinations of chassis and coachwork and history of any car that's been built. Well, this is our 1913 Mercer, a century-old car. And in its day, this car was as sexy and as exotic and as rare as any Lamborghini or Ferrari is today. This in fact was a supercar of its era. An era where there were still dirt roads and a lot of horses on the road to kind of try and maneuver around. You were really something if you could have one of these cars and handle it properly. But this car required about a 6 to 8 step starting procedure depending on whether or not it was recently running. Wow. You have to set little controls, then you have to go under the hood and you have to prime the engine. But this is the kind of authentic motoring experience that you would have had 100 years ago.
All right, well, I can't wait anymore. I really want to see the Ferrari that Enzo gave to Henry Ford.
We can look at that now.
All right,
I know where it is.
Here it is. I've been waiting for this.
Jessi, you picked a really good car to like. This is a 1952 Ferrari 225 Spyder. This car has a very special history because it's the only one of its kind ever made, and it was given by Enzo Ferrari to Henry Ford II, because there was a time when Ford and Ferrari were thinking about getting together. It never happened, but there was some thought there. And we come back here, and you notice this is strictly a fair weather car. There's absolutely no provision for weather protection, and because there's no side windows, you don't need outside door handles because you could just reach inside and open the door. This car has never been restored. It only has about 12,000 miles on it.
Gosh.
And it's original paint. The engine has never been out or apart. It's just a really extraordinary car, a true survivor.
The car that really stayed with me throughout the whole day was that massive Rolls-Royce. I've never seen, I mean, it doesn't even look like a Rolls-Royce. I've never seen anything like it. From the circular doors to the fan-shaped opening windows. It's really just an incredible and monstrous creature. There's the Toyota 2000 GT, Japan's first supercar. It looks like a Datsun, but it was actually built 3 years prior to Datsun being introduced. It was built by Yamaha for Toyota, and everything on it is entirely original. The paint, the interior, they've never been redone or restored. Steve McQueen's Jaguar XKSX is the sexiest Jaguar I've ever seen. And he must have agreed because he liked it so much he bought it twice. It's absolutely obvious from looking around the vault that Mr. Petersen loved his hot rods. He founded Hot Rod magazine in 1948, and it seems his love grew throughout his life. There's so many different combinations and ways that you can build them. Some of them have crazy grills, ridiculous detailing, upholstery on the running boards. No two are alike. The collection they have in the vault, it's almost overwhelming. It's almost automotive overload. It's just a ton of iconic cars surrounded by equally iconic cars. And you could spend days there. I really love how all the vehicles down here are not, I'm not kept away from them by ropes.
Right.
And there's no historical context surrounding them.
You're right, and that's not always a bad thing, to have cars that are really stripped from their context. And that's the idea behind the vault. People can come down here and they can see a sea of cars, and they can get pretty close to them.
Yeah.
They can see how the cars differ, how much they're alike. They can compare a 39 Bugatti to a 39 Mercury if they want to. They can see how the differences of French coach building compare with American coach building, and get a whole new perspective on automobiles.
Now, I know that you guys opened the vault for the very first time over the 2012 holiday season.
That's right.
And that it was so popular that you've extended the hours. How long does the public have to get down here to see the cars in this vault?
Well, we have indeed done that. I'm not sure. The public can come down here indefinitely, but I'm not even sure how long indefinitely is going to be. As long as there's an interest, then we'll want to make it available to people.
So, you heard him. Nobody knows how long the vault doors will stay open, and time's a-wasting.